All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, everybody, welcome on in NorCal Sports Network. Friday night, March 7th, in the Cactus League. Giants rained out today, as I said it would be last night. But sorry we're a little late. A little bit of communication issues, getting things set up, and we got a little behind the gun. And I'm here doing a solo tonight, it looks like. So anyway, we're going to be talking about the Giants and who's looking good in the camp, and we're going to go over some of the Giants roster projections. We'll talk about that. But before we do, let us thank our sponsor, Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, licensed in all of California. Give them a call at 415-613-9483. Let them know NorCal Sports Network extension. As always, you got a legal issue, whether it's, maybe you got a fender bender and you got hit. You got a little bit of a whiplash, I don't know, personal injury. Chapman Law Group specializes in that, so give them a call. Let them know. NorCal Sports Network sent you. Maybe it's just documents. Look, guys, everybody needs an attorney now and then. Give Chapman Law Group a call. Don't hesitate when that need arises. All right, guys, here we go. Get the band to stop playing. I got to do everything tonight. So here we go. Let me put my glasses on. What did I do with them? What did I do with my glasses? Here they are. Got to be able to see the board. We got anybody chirping in the chat? Yes. Hello, Matthew. Mark Graves, cue the band. There we go. Yes. Lots of things that we have to do. But, guys, a lot going on this Cactus League situation. I think we threw out the roster. I believe it was yesterday. I kind of had some ideas what I thought it would be, and pretty much nailed it. The only thing I think I might be off on is the bullpen. And yes, Aaron, we can sue the Giants for malpractice. Give Chapman Law Group a call. Again, that number. You want to sue the Giants for malpractice? Give Chapman Law Group a call, 415-613-9483, and just tell them, hey, you're tired of what's going on and you want changes. There you go. All right. Thanks, Aaron. The roster. All right. Article today out in, what's going on with my watch here? Hold on. Jeff Passan just reposted. Garrett Cole is indeed undergoing tests on his right elbow. Source confirmed. It's been nearly a year since Cole was shut down last spring training with an elbow injury. He's pitched 6 innings and 2 starts this spring. That doesn't sound good. Whenever they go looking at the elbow, Tommy John's right around the corner. Big blow, it sounds like, possibly for the Yankees. They don't check the elbow if he's feeling good. That tells me nothing's getting better. Hey, wasn't it just a few years back, Jacob deGrom having all these elbow issues, and we go, it's just a matter of time. They just kept putting off Tommy John, and he would rest for a month or 2 months, 3 months, come back, and he'd be okay, and then boom. So we shall see. That's not good. Garrett Cole for the Yankees, and Garrett Cole, Ben, another Strider situation. He went out early last year for the Braves. Wow, that would be a huge blow. But you know what? That's an opportunity for the Giants. If Garrett Cole goes down, I'm on that phone. And you know what? I'm making that phone call. I got Birdsong. I got Harrison. I got guys that are available. You want to throw me Jason Dominguez? You know? You want to throw me I was just reading an article tonight, just a bit ago. Where was I reading that? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I was just reading an article on some top prospects for teams. And you know what? I'll pull it back up here on my phone because there was another let's see. There it is. Farm system rankings came out today, guys. The pipeline, MLB pipeline, and the Giants are ranked 28th. If that makes you feel better, they were 30th by Bleacher Report. So they're moving on up. They're only ranked 28th, guys. Not bad, huh? They moved up a couple spots. Well, Bleacher Report had them 30th. Someone else had them 30th. Major League Baseball pipeline has the Giants ranked 28th. I want to look at the Yankees prospects. The Yankees, I don't think they were ranked too high. I think they were in the 20s, if I'm not mistaken. Rockies came in at 18. Dodgers, by the way, I think were 4th in all of baseball. Might have been. Okay, Yankees 24. Let's see. Their top prospect is, who is it? New York is among the best organizations developing pitchers. Oh, draft picks. Okay. They're really just talking about Dominguez, man. Yankees can go get another outfielder. So we'll see. Zach Levine cooking for the Kings, huh? Okay. Kings, Sacramento Kings. I think they finish 8th or 9th in the Western Conference. See how it goes. All right. Anyway, pull up the article. Here we go. Article. A complete clear favorites. This was an article put out today by Andrew Baggerly, and we'll get into this. Starting pitchers, he believes it's Webb, Verlander, Ray, Hicks, and Roop. I would agree with that. I think Harrison probably gets sent down because I don't think they want to put him in the bullpen to not get much work. Harrison is a starter, and you don't throw a starter that young into the bullpen and throw off his rhythm. He's going to need to pitch. So if Kyle Harrison does not make it in this starting 5, he's just a phone call away. He needs to go down and pitch every 5th day in Sacramento. And they need to pitch him like he's the ace, and he needs to pitch. He needs to throw 90 to 100 pitches a game, depending on how he's doing, of course. So that's the rotation that is projected by Baggerly. I agree with that. Here's where I'm not so sure. The bullpen, he does not have Spencer Bivens in here. He has Lou Trevino, a non-roster player, and Enny Romero, a lefty, and he's got Eric Miller. So some of the righties that are missing is Spencer Bivens, but Lou Trevino has an option on his contract. Let me see. I think it was hold on here. Let me go through it. Where did I read that? Somebody has an option for March contract. Hold on. Why can't I see it? Right-hander Spencer Bivens has pitched reliably well this spring, 5 innings, 1 run, 5 strikeouts, and doesn't deserve to get squeezed out of the pitcher either, but the Giants have so many pitchers with minor league options. So, yeah, they got the minor league options. Somebody has I think it's, where did it go? Doggone it, I hate that when I read this earlier today. Jelly, Rodriguez were durable. The exceptions are especially high for expectations for Rodriguez to turn the corner, become one of the league's better relievers this season. Miller, the only lefty on the 40 and hasn't pitched, was supposed to pitch today, but it got rained out. Giants almost certainly will keep one of the non-roster lefties in camp, and Romero, a 35-year-old seasoned pro who can throw multiple innings and was a pitcher of the year in the Dominican League, might have the edge over Antonio Jimenez and Hilcris Olivares. When you watch right-hander Joel Peguero fill up the zone with 102, next best in games, you have to wonder how he has bounced around in 4 organizations. But Trevino is the only here it is. Trevino is the only non-roster pitcher who has a March opt-out, and he's a favorite of Bob Melvin from their time together in Oakland. So it looks like Bivens might get bumped. Depends on if the Giants go with a second lefty, especially if Miller is not able to go. We'll see how that pans out. But I think that is situation there. And then you've got Christian Beck. He's not going to make the team, I don't believe. And I hear a ding. Is that Lou? It is Lou, the great Lou. Somebody just said, "No, Lou, you ask and you shall receive." There he is. Welcome in, Lou.
Sorry, Dan. I didn't know. I looked 7:45. I didn't see anything, so I've been watching trying to watch NBA since their ratings are so bad. So I said, all right.
I'm trying to help the NBA ratings out there.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's there. But please go on, and I will jump in.
All right, we're just going over the roster. We were looking at the starting 5. This is an article from Baggerly. He has the starting 5 as right here: Webb, Verlander, Ray, Hicks, Roop. I was saying that Harrison will probably get sent to Sacramento because you don't put a young starter that young and give him spot innings. He needs to pitch every 5th day.
And Roop has deserved it.
Yep, and get the groove. Yep. And then the bullpen, 8 in the bullpen. So that's 13 and 13. That's 13 pitchers, 13 position players. He thinks this lefty, Enny Romero, and Lou Trevino, who used to be with Melvin with the A's. He was pretty good with the A's, Trevino, but he's got an opt-out. So if he doesn't make the team in March, he is he's not put on the 40, then he's he's probably, going to be a free agent. But it looks like the catchers, he's got, which I agree, Bailey and Huff. Huff is going to be the catcher. Murphy will go on the 60-day IL, as I mentioned yesterday. And the guy's he's a walking time bomb. The first day gets hurt, right? Very first day. So bad luck there. $8 million down the drain. Thank you, Farhan. Infielders, as expected, Wade, Fitzgerald, Adames, Chapman, the starters, Flores, and Wisely. And I said Casey Schmidt probably going to be the odd man out here because he bats right-handed. I think and he needs to play more every day. Wisely's the kind of guy that is not need that rhythm. All players do, but if you're going to have somebody sit the bench, it's probably going to be more of a guy like Wisely than Schmidt, who is really like a everyday type player. Casey's not that. He needs to swing the bat and see pitches every day. So unless there's an injury somewhere or a trade, it looks like Casey may not be the last guy off this team. And then you look at the outfield, and it's 5 guys: Lee, Ramos, Yaz, and then Matos, and then Encarnacion. They could fluctuate. I'm not crazy about Wilmer Flores and Encarnacion. I think they're too similar to me, Lou. What do you think of 2 guys that are kind of right-handed hitters with some power, but they don't really have positions?
Well, I think you bring up a good point. Having 2 guys of the same, and both, to tell you the truth, last year were not great. Encarnacion had times. They're both very streaky. One, of course, is coming off a major injury and a huge disappointment last year. Again, you got problems. Dan, you've spoken about this many times. A lot of question marks. But with opening day less than 3 weeks away, none of the question marks have actually been answered. and
True.
it's sort of disappointing. The one question again, I don't really concentrate on spring training is I don't know who the new lefty is, because we've criticized the last 2 weeks that they have one lefty who sort of is injured occasionally, during the spring. I don't know the new lefty on the pen, but, we're depending on a guy. I don't know. It's just, it's a little frustrating because the Giants keep saying, hey, we're going to give the youth a chance. They don't. And, it's just a lot of excuses. And it's sort of, it's upsetting because when you look at that lineup, nobody's scary. Nobody's scary. So,
Right.
And I think this is probably what we were talking about. Here you go. When you go through that and just look, it's,
Encarnacion, who's out of options, virtual lock to break with the team, hit the ball harder on average last season. Every major leaguer except Judge, Ohtani, and O'Neal Cruz. He does hit the ball hard. It does sound different when the ball comes off the bat with him. I did make comments on that when I was at the game last Thursday with Mark Graves and Los. So I will say this about this team, guys. I have not made my final predictions, but I may surprise some people when I come and make the job. I'm not sure yet. I'll just tell you this. And I've talked to some of the players, and I've talked to people that played the game. I played the game. I can tell you this, guys. When you play for a clown like Farhan, it has terrible vibes from top to bottom. Top to bottom. You saw Logan Webb, what he said 2 years ago. Nothing changed last year with Farhan. I'm telling you guys something that I know some of you are aware of because you've been around ball yourself. But there's a different attitude with players when they know what to expect. There's more consistency. I think you're going to see difference out of Melvin this year. I really do. I think Melvin, he had some really good teams he managed in Oakland. Won 97 games a few times. Did over 90 games with Seattle. Did well with a little bit in Arizona. I mean, yeah, like any manager, he's had some bad years. But Bob Melvin has rules, and he's a stickler. He gets a little pissed off. He's going to be a little different this year. He is going to be different. And the players are going to be different. The players are going to not have that stench of Farhan, of the just loser mentality. So there's going to be a difference in the attitude of the players, which I'm not saying translates to a great team, but I do think it translates into 5 to 7 more wins for the Giants. And now, again, that's the caveat to that is if they stay healthy. If they get guys hurt, they're not going to be a 500 team. They will be under 500. And they're going to get guys hurt. It just depends on how long they're hurt and who. Okay. If they lose an Adames, for example, or they lose a Ramos for an extended period of time, or a Lee, or a Bailey, or a Webb, you see, depends on who gets hurt. They can stomach an injury to Chapman or Fitzgerald because Casey Schmidt, I believe, can come up and hold things down. They cannot lose Adames. They can lose Yaz. That's fine. But Jung-Hoo Lee, they don't have anybody in the lineup that hits the ball. Scott Green, how is Ramos' oblique injury doing? He's back in the lineup now. he's playing, and he's playing without any reservations. So he's swinging the bat. There's doesn't seem to be any issues there. Good question. So when I say 5 to 7 wins, if they remain healthy, they won 80 games last year. There's a possibility they could win 85 to 87 games if things really go right. I've been around baseball teams. I've watched baseball teams for 50 plus years. There's teams with not as good a talent, but they're positive, and look at some of the Roger Craig Humbaby teams. I mean, they had some talent, but this team has a little bit of talent. I mean, they've got Adames. He's a talented player. Chapman is a talented player. But I think the issue is going to be this, Lou. It's all going to come down to, everybody listen to this. It's all coming down to, do they hit with runners in scoring position? Okay? If they continue to strike out with 1 out and a man on third, this team will win 75 to 77, 78 games tops. If they continue to strike out at an alarming rate that they did, if the preaching of situational hitting changes and they make contact, guys like Chapman and Adames and Ramos and Yaz and, well, just about the whole stinking lineup, if they can make contact, look, second inning, 0-0 game, man on third, infield's back. They're giving you the run. They're giving you the run. Just hit the ball. Just try and play fungo and hit a ground ball to second or short, deep on the field. The runner's going to score. He's 90 feet away, but he's got a 5 to 7 foot lead, and then he gets his secondary lead. He's good 10, 15 feet off the bag. He's got only run 75, 80 feet. Okay? They're giving you the run. That's going to be the difference in this team this year. If they hit the ball with runners in scoring position, I don't care if it's an out, as long as it's not a strikeout or a pop out. They just hit a fly ball, hit a ground ball, drive the run home, stop going for the 2-run homer, just get the run in. That's what you saw in the playoffs, right, Lou? That's playoff baseball.
Correct. Dan, I think you speak pretty good. I think the offense can be better this year. I'm more worried about the pitching. I think our pitching is got problems that we're not even talking about. Also, these articles written by the homers, I think Robert might be a Giants homer, because Robert, every single show, you have your predictions. Now, if you listen to Dan and you do it when you're on this thing, Dan says 5 more wins. 85 will not make the playoff. You're going to say you're going to see a new improved Giants team, and the Giants can make the playoffs. First of all, they're not going to make the playoffs, okay? You keep saying this, but you got to start facing reality. This team is predicted to win less games. There's still a lot of question marks. You and some people just think because Buster is in charge and we have a GM who I don't think is that strong, that we're going to just win 10 more games. We've been talking about this the whole entire winter. The Giants aren't as good as last year. Okay. Let me ask you this.
Robert hasn't been right since 2021.
Yeah, 2021. So one of the things I watch, and I watch like MLB Network, who do we have that's going to make up for Conforto's offense from last year? When you really look at our lineup, who is? Because that sort of might be a major loss we're not talking about. So if you say it's Adames, that's fine. That means that evens out. Also, if you listen to Dan, Adames had everything on a silver platter last year. So he's got to have a little letdown. He's got a guaranteed contract. He's on a new team. Everything's going to be different. So they might cancel each other out. That team was only 80 wins. So you guys, we got to stop doing this fantasy thing. Stop reading Susan. Stop reading Andrew. Stop watching Kuiper's kid. I mean, these guys are all on the payroll. They're going to tell you what they want. You guys, Giants are doing so well right now. I sent it to Dan yesterday. They've already started the $9 sale for tickets. Not my tickets, obviously, but to get in. The whole Giants organization are the same. Okay, so until they really hit rock bottom, we're not going to be a playoff team. Guys, if you guys want to get on bandwagon, because obviously it's not the Giants, get on the Arizonas. You guys want to see a team that's improved, that actually can look the Dodgers in the face and say, hey, guys, this is how it's going to be. They at least made an attempt. We haven't done anything. We lost Conforto. We lost the Cy Young. You know, all we've heard about from Robert, Harrison. He's not even going to be on the major league. Eldridge. He's not even going to be day one. Okay, so when you guys look at us, we still don't really have a second baseman. It's an experiment. We don't really have a DH. That's an experiment. And we really don't have a first baseman. That's an experiment. That's three major situations that we got to really bring to the table. The Giants aren't a playoff team. I think they're just one of those that they hope to be 500. If you remember last year, the theme was, I hope we can be the third wild card. But Dan, you don't hear that anywhere. Do you remember that? I hope we would be enough for the third wild card. The third wild card took 90 wins. Well, 89. There were two teams that had the same. Giants aren't even scratching that surface. So let's, face reality. When we come on this show, stop speaking from your heart and start talking and listening to Dan's facts. He's bringing up facts that make total sense. We might be better offensively for 5 more wins. I think the biggest problem right now we have is our pitching, and I keep telling you guys, and I'll admit if I'm wrong. If May 2nd, we're close to 500, I will say, guys, I'm wrong. But with our schedule, it's going to be very tough, and I think we might get buried right off the bat. And I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm admitting right now, I was wrong about the Warriors, right? They made a trade, and I'm going to have to, say, hey, guys, it's more fun. And again, we all want our show. We want the Giants to win because those post-game shows last year after 0 for 10 and runner scoring position started getting old. We want the chat to have 500 people on there. We want people, and unlike when Farhan got fired, everyone was all excited. We want that for Giants baseball, but unfortunately you guys got to face reality. Opening days in 3 weeks. You're telling me that this team has answered all the question marks. Dan has this show for one reason, to basically, he's not a homer. He tells you how it is. So listen to him. And then when you guys make comments, don't say something like, what? Robert, when you say this, everybody else on the chat, because you haven't been right since 2021, just ignores you. Come up with a fact where you're going to say, Lou, you know what? I believe and why you believe. Just don't say because the Giants are going to improve because you feel it. Tell us why you think the Giants are going to be a playoff team. You're telling me because they have a better vibe? One of my bold predictions that we did 2 weeks ago, I don't think Melvin's going to make the season. We're hoping Melvin can manage like he did when he did the A's. People forget he was with the Padres and they didn't, they had failures. That's the one thing. Mark Graves brings up a great point. Over and under 79.5. It went down. Do you think Vegas builds these huge casinos because they're wrong? It went down. It was 82.5 last year. Now it's 3 less wins. 83.
They went up to 83.5 after they signed
Chapman and
Snell.
So
yeah.
It's just guys, I'm just trying to, speak from my mind. I'm a season ticket holder. I go to a lot of games, but I want to be surprised. But I feel like the Giants, like usual, are going to let me down. So
the Giants,
Dan, I don't know how you feel, but at least I wanted to bring a little bit.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Lou. Good comments. You think about it, the over-under 79.5. Yeah, it's sports. Vegas misses it sometimes. They missed it obviously in 2021. Nobody expected the Giants to win 95 games, let alone 107, right? So everything just went right. That can happen. But the majority of the time, they're pretty doggone close. I think the one thing that is interesting to me is the I can't remember. All of a sudden, I'm drawing a blank. The show that we had on, we did a show and Ned was on, and I discussed the stats. You guys remember the show talked about, I can't even remember the stats of the team, but of the what outfit it was. Anyway, one of the prognosticators that puts a lot of things out. They have the Giants at 77 wins. And what's interesting is they were right over their course of their years they've been doing it. They have been accurate 19 out of the 30 teams. So they're getting 2/3 no, it wasn't Pacoda. It wasn't Pacoda. I just can't remember it. But anyway, Vegas is expecting the Giants to be, they set that at 79.5 because they feel like they're probably going to be anywhere between 77 and 81 to 82 wins. That's and they're going to get some people that bet the over and some get the under. Okay. So yeah, Zips. It was Zips. I think it was Zips. I'll have to look up Zips again. See what that was. Zips. While I'm looking that up, Lou.
And Dan, our buddy who's been a little ill, Dynasty every other year. Who's the guy that comes on that knows the minor league
Even
ball?
Year Dynasty?
Even Year Dynasty.
Cody.
He's been a little bit under the weather, but occasionally I'll follow him, and it's him and two other guys, and they're just like us. They bring up the same topics. They feel the Giants could have done a lot more. The other thing too is what we got to talk about, and we spoke about this on Monday or Tuesday, is the Giants front office lied. I don't know who told everyone that we were so close to picking up an ace to replace Snell. And when you hear about that, where it was all lies and he wound up going to Arizona, that sort of pisses me off, because how can you believe anything they say? It's just, this is the same guy when Buster says, I feel very good about our farm system and our pitchers. That's after he got rid of Rogers. Well, we have a guy right now I've never even heard of, the lefty, right, who we're hoping can be our second lefty. So again, these guys, Susan, Andrew, I don't believe a word they say, because they were the ones that said, oh my God, we're close.
Right.
Baltimore's not going to have him. We have him. And then you hear that we never even negotiated with him. We never reached out to him. I mean, come on, guys. Yeah. And that's typical Giants.
I'm going through this Zips prediction numbers here. This is interesting because I have Shohei Ohtani right around 44 home runs this year, guys. What I mentioned a week or two ago on the show. And they've got him at 45. They got Judge 46. I'm looking for, can you see this list?
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking for a Giant. There it is. Willy Adames, 23 homers, 83 RBIs. See, I said 25 homers.
Won't do it.
I said 25 homers, about 89 RBIs the other day. That's what I see Willie coming down to. I don't see this big monster year. He hit 14 3-run homers last year, guys. 14. Willy Adames hit 14 3-run homers. That's what, 42 RBIs right there?
And Dan, when you're number 3 or number 4 hitter is at least 90 RBIs, it's gonna be a long season.
That was a record major league tying 14 3-run homers out of his, and in fact, only 11 of his 32 homers were solo. Okay. Well, that means more Giants are going to have to be on base in a park that's not home run hitter friendly. So,
and wasn't Milwaukee the number 3 most homers behind Cincinnati and probably Atlanta? I mean, they have more homers there. I mean, they even have the mascot that has to get ready on the slide, unlike
I think so.
our ballpark. Yep.
So Willie Adames, first guy showing up. How many do they have strikeouts on here? Let's see. I don't see. Oh yeah, 152. No, that's games. Okay, I don't see it. Okay, so let's see if I can find another giant. Willie Adames is the first one. Let's see if we can find a giant on page 2. Matt Chapman. They're expecting 23 homers, 68 RBIs. That's about right. Patrick Bailey, 10 homers, 45 RBIs with a 235 batting average. What do they have Chapman for RBIs or batting average?
I thought I saw, 78 or 83?
No, RBIs was 68. I want to see what they had him for Chapman for batting average. 241. Yeah, right at his career average. 241. Okay, so let's move on. Why haven't we seen Ramos on this list yet? What's going on? Are we projecting something much lower for Ramos this year? Let's see. I'm digging through San Francisco. No San Francisco on page 3. Let's look at page 4, shall we, Lou? Page 4. Ramos has got to be coming up. Okay, I'm scrolling fast here, guys. No San Francisco on page 4. How come I'm missing? What is going on? What are they basing this on? Page 5. All right. No, Tyler Fitzgerald.
There you go.
17 homers, 66 RBIs. Stolen bases, 16. Yikes. Yeah, I don't think Fitzgerald does what he does last year and hits 10 homers. There's Ramos. 21 homers, 78 RBIs, and a 256 batting average. I could see Ramos probably doing, I think Ramos gets closer to 25 homers if he stays healthy. I can see him driving in about 80 runs, hitting about 260, right in that. That's close. That's close. Any other Giants we got that could show up on this
Dan,
page?
you also got to remember they had a whole entire offseason to know how to pitch to him. Him being sort of called up after 1 month, all of a sudden, these pitchers don't have it. That's the key thing on the offseason. They get players, they look at tape, they try to find their faults, and that's why the second year is always usually the toughest after having a great rookie year.
Here we go. We got Jung-Hoo Lee on here. Let's take a look at Jung-Hoo Lee. What do you think? Before I pull up, I haven't looked at it. What do you think their numbers are for Jung-Hoo Lee?
260, 4 homers. Because I guess he's going to bat third, 50 RBIs.
All right, I'm going to say 284. 284, 9 homers, 61 RBIs. 61 RBIs, stolen bases, 8. Let's see what we can find here. See who's closer. Jung-Hoo Lee, 7 homers, 48 RBIs. We're both off. 291. Wow. We've got him hitting 291.
That's sort of ballsy after a guy that's only played a month in the major leagues.
K percentage. They've got his K percentage at 7.4. Wow. I like that. You know what I want to do? I forgot to look at. Get this
obviously leads the team.
I want to go back and look at at Chapman and see what his K percentage and Adamas. Was Adamas on page 1 or page 2? Adamas, page 1, K percentage, 23.1. Let's see what they got. Chapman, Bailey, 24.2. Okay, this is key, guys. Look at Kyle Tucker, a star, superstar, 15.3. Stephen Kwan, a real good hitter, 9.3 with Cleveland. Hassan Kim, 17.3. Bailey, 24.2. Where's Chapman on this list?
Wasn't he the bottom of page 2?
I thought he was on page 2. He wasn't on. Let's look at page 4. I don't. Oh, wait. All right. We don't. He was before this, wasn't he? Wasn't he on 2?
That's what I thought. But
Bailey.
Hold on. You just passed somebody. Oh, that was Bailey. Okay.
Chapman, 26.1% K rate.
Yeah. It'll get worse in a couple of years.
Look at that. Ketel Marte, 18%. Machado, 19%. Alex Bregman, 13%. They could have had him. This team is built. Okay. So far it's Jung Hoo Lee at 7. Everybody else over 20. And this is what I've been harping on. Let's go to page 5. Do we have any Giants there? Fitzgerald, 30%, almost 31. He's not going to be long in the lineup. No way. He strikes out a third of the time. He's not having that job for long. Agree, Lou, or disagree?
Yeah, and again, where they have him batting, it's going to be a key situation. He might not make it Derby Day, that first Saturday in May.
Derby Day, I like that. All right, we're going through this, guys. We're looking for Giants. Again, these are Zips projections, which are usually pretty conservative.
Sure.
We see any other Giants here?
And I see a lot of Chicago White Sox. I mean, I tell you the truth, the Cubs this year, they're definitely going to win that division. They're definitely a playoff team.
I would think so. Okay, here's a Giant. Oh, we did Jung Hoo Lee. Okay, so Jung Hoo Lee. Now we're on to page 10.
9.
If it'll move. Did I already do Jung Hoo?
No,
Yaz.
Jung Hoo Lee.
We got Yaz in here. They expect Yaz to get 440 at-bats, hit 16 homers, 52 RBIs, and a strikeout rate of 26.6. And they expect his batting average to be 223. Yeah, let's keep him.
Definitely not worth $9.6 million or whatever he makes.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Let's see what else we got, guys. Who are we missing? Flores, Wade. Oh, there's Huff. They expect Huff to get 427 plate appearances? How in the world? That's not right.
Oh, was that Casey Schmidt up there? Up on the top? On the top of the page?
Yeah, it is. K rate of 22.4, a batting average of 247. That's better than Chapman in both situations. Yep. 474 plate appearances, 13 homers. I don't see him getting that many plate appearances. Unless he's on another team, guys.
What do you think a normal season? It's about 600, upper 6? I mean,
if you're playing every day, you're over 600 plate appearances, yeah.
Yeah.
You play 100
when they're saying 474, that's like 68%.
Yeah, I don't see that. Not on the Giants. I hope he gets it. Sam Huff. There's no way he's batting 427 plate appearances as a backup catcher.
No.
Unless they think he's going to get the DH. They got him hitting 12 homers, but another 32.8% K rate, people.
Wow.
This team look at like Arizona, Jake McCarthy, 18%. Okay.
And what was it? 2 years ago, the Giants led the league in strikeouts. And I think last year they finished third last. But, Robert, I know Robert thinks his team's better. I'm not sure why.
Oh, this is not right. This can't be the projections for this year, is it? Wait a minute. Brett Wisely's going to get 466 plate appearances. Who's smoking? Who's this? Who? Now I'm questioning the legitimacy of this thing. There's no way Wisely gets that many plate appearances and Schmidt, both of them. That's impossible unless they're and Fitzgerald and Chapman. I'm sorry. It's just not possible.
Yeah, the one thing, Dan, is you remember the last couple of years we've had so many injuries. I mean, my God, Yaz has, I think, pulled every single groin muscle. I mean, I think he went on the DL 4 or 5, 6 different times. I guess they're thinking that.
This is ridiculous. Wait, did I miss David Villar's? Did they? They didn't, Scott. Did they? Was that in there? Did I over? Or is that a joke? David Villar will get 480 plate appearances over the next 5 seasons.
He's awful.
I'm done with Zips.
Yeah,
okay,
they're done with Zips.
I'm done with Zips. It just lost the credibility when they got those guys. He said, "Not a joke." They really had that in there. Okay, I wanted to go on here for the team in here, and I couldn't find the. Oh, here we go. Teams. Giants. What do we got? Is this going to project wins or anything? No. I wanted win totals. 25 projected standings. This could be fun. They got the Giants at 80 and 82. Oh, wait, that's last year. Give me a break. 25. Okay, hold on. Where'd it go? Jeez. 25 projected standings. 25. There we go. Here we go. They are projected. Oh, this is low. They got the Dodgers at 96. They've got the Giants. Are they on this page? Nope. We got to go lower. Right there. 81 and 81. Projected full season. Giants 81 and 81. There you go. Wow. We'll see. It's all about, right? It's all about how they perform on the field. The only thing I can say is I don't know how the team's going to perform. I just think things are going to be better vibes around the ball club this year. And that will start off in April or late March. We'll see how they do Derby Day, as you say, Lou. Where are they?
Yeah. Why don't you pull up just the first month of the schedule? Including the home opener against Seattle. Seattle has the best pitching staff in the American League. I know they can't hit. I mean, as Mr. Turner said, it's ridiculous. They have the best pitching staff, but we got no hitters. That's why I didn't want to go back. It's a tough schedule. And with this team, I'm really worried about the starting pitching. I'm worried about middle relief. It's.
There you go. You got Cincinnati.
And at Cincinnati's a tough place because the ball flies out.
Might not fly as much in March. It's going to be cold. Okay, but,
so you go to Cincinnati and then Houston, in that place, the ball flies out too. Now I know it can work offensively too.
Yeah. And then you got Seattle and Cincinnati at home. They're in a very, very tough road trip. 7 games to the East Coast with the Yankees and the Phillies. And
You're hoping you can breathe once you get to Anaheim.
then you go back home to the Angels, and they're a little better this year. I think the Angels going to be
Yeah,
a
a little
little bit
bit.
more competitive. And then you got Milwaukee at home and Texas. Texas is going to be better.
Texas,
Then
who
you go on
will
the
win
road,
the AL West? Yeah, they're going to be a lot better.
San Diego, and then you get into May, and you've got the Rockies for 4 at home. That's your
That's
get
another
well
tough
dose.
road trip.
Then you go to the Cubbies and Minnesota. Interesting. So they've got the A's 6 times this year, huh? 3-3.
Yeah.
Tell you that's a tough road trip when they go to Washington and Detroit. Detroit's always tough to play in Washington, and then Detroit's better this year. Detroit's
Yep.
gonna
And then
be
you
tough.
end at Miami. That's always, Miami always has pitching. It's weird in that strange ballpark.
Yeah, and then you get June, and you got San Diego, Atlanta. I mean, you got to play all of them. Everybody plays everybody. It's just a matter of where are you playing them in relation to on the road, and are you playing a tough swing of teams? Like when you stack the Yankees and Phillies, probably 2 of the top 6, 7 teams in the game, and you play them on the road back to back, that's not easy.
And then look at the homestand before the All-Star break in July.
Ooh, Philly and the Dodgers. Oh, yikes. You hope to split that.
Yeah. And then you go on the road after the All-Star break, which is always tough, to Toronto and Atlanta. And then you come home for the Mets.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be easy. It's
no.
Look, they're gonna. Hey, we know 2 things, right? They're going to lose 50 and win 50. What do they do with the other 62?
Dan, okay. Giants baseball, nothing like it.
Yeah. There you can guarantee they're going to win 50 and they're going to lose 50 right out of the bait, So it's those other 62 games. Can they win close to 40? That's what they need to do. They want to get in the playoffs. They need to, so at some stretch, you got to play 40 and 22 ball, right? Which is how many games over 500?
That's 18, sir. 18.
Yeah. And 90 wins and 72 losses is 18 over 500. Pretty simple when you break down the math, guys.
Because, Dan, in our division, Dodgers probably 102 wins. Arizona is definitely they're 90. Better this year. Definitely 90, maybe 92. And then, the Padres, everyone keeps talking about the ownership, but you never know. I mean, they won 89 last year. So, the Giants definitely got to be close to 90 wins. And that's, I think you bring up a good point, 15-50. How are they going to get the other 40?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I've got tickets for some ball games next week, and it's supposed to rain here in Arizona again. Doggone it. It's kind of a rough week here next week. We've got Tuesday through Thursday with getting kind of our cooler weather. We had a lot of rain today. That's why the games were canceled. I knew we were going to get a lot of rain today. And Skaters says Padres 4th place. There's a world I can see that. I can see if the Padres are a mess with their ownership thing and things just don't get going well and players, the vibes are off or something, and it filters down to the team and they're pitching, they get some injuries, key injuries. I could see the Giants overtaking the Padres. I really could. I don't think they will overtake Arizona for second.
No.
I could see where the Giants could overtake San Diego, win 83, 84 games, and the Padres play 500 ball. Yeah, it happens. Baseball's just a funny thing. And look, as I've said before on this show, and I'll say it again, I will not be surprised if the Giants win 90 games, but I will also not be surprised to see them lose 90. Okay. There is a world where things just go bad. Guys get hurt. Guys are not producing. Guys start pressing. Guys like Adames and Chapman, I don't see them as this type of players, but some guys get contracts and they're just coast. I don't see Chapman and Adames that way. They seem like guys that are really professional and are Dan, then you can't be wrong, Robert says. Well, that's the whole idea of the show. You try to make yourself look good so that when people go back and look at the tape, you say, hey, I said they could lose 90. Hey, I said they win 90. I told you. No, I will make my firm prediction in a week or two, guys.
Yeah, we will. But that's also the advantage of being the host.
Yeah.
You could say that.
I will make a rep. I will make a firm prediction. And look, I'm not anywhere close to being 100% right. I will be wrong many times. If you listen to me at the beginning of the 22 season, before the season started, I had the Giants winning 90 games. Okay. After a 107 win season, I thought a fall off, and it was a fall off. All right. What did they finish? 81-81, I think.
They fell off a cliff. They suffered, got injured, and have never recovered.
Yeah. Robert, I'm reading Robert. Can you recognize me as a co-host? Sure, Robert. You want how about if I recognize you as a co-host and a member of the Secret Service? How about that, Robert? I've commissioned you as you now have honorary member of our Secret Service, and you are a co-host of NorCal Sports Network. Skaters likes my
and
hat.
tell Robert if he like when we have our predictions. I'd love for him to come on the show so everybody in the chat can see who he is. And once we do our predictions, we have him on. In fact, since we took down the Farhan number over your right shoulder, we'll put all our predictions so the whole season people can see them right over our predictions over your right shoulder, Dan.
There we go. BC got that joke. I don't know if everybody else got it. If it went, shh. Lou must have got it. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. A little homer is okay, but full homer is no good. Yes, Scott. A little homer is okay. We just can't go full blown on homer where you lose perspective. Yes. Don says, make Robert the GM. We'll do better than that. We'll make Robert our Pobo. Yes, we'll make Robert our Farhan, the guy that eternal optimist. Skater says, write me down for 85. Maybe we should do a little contest, Lou. Who gets the closest? Someone's going to nail it, because all you got to do is guess between probably 70 and 95 max.
Yeah, we could do that. And then a tiebreaker is what place we finish in. So if two guys both have 81, and they say one guy will say third and the other will say fourth. No, I like that.
Yeah, let's come up with that one night. We'll do a show on that. Chat predictions on wins. I want to come up with it, but I'm stalling. I want to see how the injuries play out. I want to see
possible trades. Before opening day.
I do, Lou, say this. There is a different attitude around the team. There is a different attitude. Everybody who's coming into camp, it's Scudero, it's JT Snow, it's Joe Panic, it's Barry Bonds, it's the old guys. Okay, they're all coming back under Buster. that does speak volumes to a attitude around the team. There's not this, there's fun. There's Farhan was just a big, giant bowl of just mush. He was a giant of dong. He was just a pile of crap. I mean, Farhan, guys, Robert says, is this a new Dan? Robert, you got to understand, I could not stand where the Giants organization was going under Farhan. I told you guys, under Farhan, the team would go nowhere. And they're going to be better because of what Buster's instituting. I don't know if they can get past Larry Bear and Greg Johnson. I just don't know that, because, positivity in sports, the vibes can be good for a while, but you better start getting some results.
Production and everything else. Yeah, you better, because
otherwise
it's a long season.
Those vibes, the vibes can even last a whole year, even if the team is not winning, over 500, as long as they're having fun and there's an energy, and you see growth. You see growth, and you say, okay, we're going to carry this in to the next year or two. But I just don't know about with these owners. I do not like the way the owners handle this team. There is that can ruin all the vibes that Buster is trying to recreate. If they get penny pinching and say, no, we're not doing this, we're not doing that, then you can be positive all you want. But there's that Peter principle where you get to so high before you get, okay, we can't go any further. I'm over my head. I don't know. I'm a little still on the fence, but I do like the vibes. I've been around the team. I have talked to a couple of the players that I've talked to in the past, and just by talking to them, I can tell that they are just more relaxed, more business-like, more. It's more along the lines of trying to turn. It's been cold here. I turned my heat up. I got to turn it down. Whew. Okay. Let's get that. There we go. How many super chats will it take? Guys, can you help out the show? How many super chats will it take to buy out Greg Johnson? All right, guys, we need your help. If every one of you guys over the next year or two would donate $10 a night, $10 a night, how many nights is, if we had, let's see, 75 people donate $10 a night, $750 times 365, 273,000. Could we buy? We might be able to buy 0.1% of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Anthony. Larry Bear is a problem. He is a problem. The guy, that's the problem. If you have stench still in the building, you can spray some perfume like Buster's doing, some cologne, and you can start making things smell better, but it's only a matter of time before that, that crap rolls downhill, right? And the stench is coming from the ownership group.
Yeah, I don't think they've hit rock bottom yet. And I think once they hit rock bottom, then there'll be major changes. That's just the way I feel, because they're just happy being a 500 team. Again, we said this all last year. They're more interested in real estate than the production on the field. And I think you bring up a good point. I think everyone is the honeymoon phase. It's great the first 2 months, but once reality sits, It's like when you're married, if it takes everything. If all her girlfriends don't like you and their in-laws, you're up against it. It doesn't matter how great of a guy you are. It's just one of those things. You got to do whatever it takes. But, the Giants didn't have it the last 3 years. And just because we have Buster in charge, it's all going to depend on the field, and, we got rid of Farhan in that stench, but we still basically have the same team except for Adames. So, again, I go back, a lot of question marks.
Don says, if you could get Guerrero right now for Eldridge, Luciano, and a pitcher, and could have Guerrero for up to 15 years, do you make that trade right now? Yes, I would do that. If I had Guerrero signed and he's locked up and I don't have to, I'm not making that trade without that. Where's my videos?
I'd even trade Webb.
I don't have any videos right now because I haven't been out there since Tuesday.
And guys, I'd even put Webb on there because I think you're going to have to. Eldridge, again, hasn't proven major leaguers. Luciano, you'd have to do Webb. And, we have to give something up to get something to take that major step. So
Robert says the Giants are more relaxed this year. They're more relaxed.
It's spring training.
Until they open the season. If they open the season 1-5, they're not going to be more relaxed. Yeah. I'll tell you what. We pull that schedule back up again and take a look at this, guys.
All I want to say is if Robert's going to be like this, Robert, if you start talking about the WNBA like this and how good the team's going to be, you might be banned. I'm just letting you know. I don't mind you talking positive with the Giants, but I don't want to hear anything about the WNBA.
I don't think Robert cares a lick about the WNBA. If I know Robert Rothberg right, he says, what is the WNBA? He doesn't. I'll bet you Robert Rothberg has not sat down and watched a quarter of a game of the WNBA. Tell me I'm right, Robert. He might have flicked the channel around, saw a game being played, watched a little bit of it, and said, no interest. No interest. Okay. The schedule. If the Giants, month of May, 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, and 7, 19, 22, 25, 29, 31 games. The first by the end of April. Let me see, I did that right. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 19, 22, 25, 6, 7, 8, 29, 31 games. Okay. I'm going to tell you this. If the Giants, after 31 games, and that's a tough 31 games on there, if they're around 14 and 17, 15 and 16, I feel like team might be okay. But if they're 12 and 19 after 31 games, 11 and 18, forget it. Be tough to recover. Skaters on Baseball says, why trade for Guerrero if he's a free agent next year? That's only if you had him signed in the deal. Like he agreed to a long-term deal before the trade.
Like what Jimmy Bryant did for the Warriors.
George Curry being bullish. Wow, George Curry. Wait a minute. George Curry. I'm seeing something with George's name. Hold on here. The great Carmack. George Curry. I'm sensing grandfather had a name started with an H. Grandfather, maybe a great fan. No, great grandfather. I'm seeing great grandfather Homer, and George was named after great grandfather Homer. George Homer Curry says 18-13, calling it now. Wow. All right, George, we got you marked down. 18-13. Wouldn't it be awesome? Wouldn't it be great? We're just all wrong. Giants are 20-11 after 31 games.
I think the key thing to this thing, 17 straight games without a break. You know, they go on the road to the Yankees.
1,
go
2,
Yankees.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wow.
And again, you go on the road, you don't know how the weather's going to be at Yankee Stadium. You don't know how it's going to be in Philly.
You might get a double hitter or two in there and really throw the pitching off.
Well, that brought you back a little bit, huh?
Wow. 18-13. We'll see. We'll see, guys. We're going to let's take a look at the schedule here. We will do our prediction show. You know what? We're going to do it on the 26th on a Wednesday night. Let me make sure the Warriors aren't playing.
Yeah, 26 is good because the 27th is the West Regional College Hoop starts again. We don't want to compete against them.
Yeah, I just want to see if the Warriors on the 26th are playing an important game. Hopefully not. Nope, Warriors have the night off. That'll be our prediction show. Guys, anybody want to get into the NorCal Sports Network Fantasy Baseball League? It's going to be a Roto League. $100 minimum. We would go $200 if we've got enough guys that want to pay $200. Okay? So let me know if you guys want to get in. We got to do it soon. We have to hold our draft here probably on the Friday night, the 21st of right before the season starts. We'll retro any Dodgers and Cubs action. If you draft them, they'll be retroed whatever they did. But we want to wait, see about injuries, because injuries, if you draft somebody and they get injured and they're out for the year and they were your number one draft pick, that sucks. So let's see. Aaron says 200. Let's make it juicy. All right. I've got one guy that will get in, Aaron. I got Glenn from Giant Sports Talk Live. He'll get in at 200. I'll get in at 200. That's 3. Do we have Lou?
Yes, but I will be in Las Vegas for the first weekend of March Madness, so we'll figure something out. Are we doing where we pick it, or are we doing the snake, or does it go automatically?
Snake draft, but you can.
I'll see if I can get on the draft in Vegas. Sorry, but
when are you going to be in Vegas?
I actually leave on the 19th, which is a Wednesday. I entertain people.
I love it.
The first weekend of March Madness is pretty crazy.
You know what I got? This should not be called the NorCal Sports Network. This should be called the NorCal Sarcastic Network. I got more sarcastic guys in my league in this chat. I love it. I love it. Can you?
And then Dan, I'll throw something in at the All-Star break. What's the date of the All-Star break in July?
Hold on here. July. Wait a minute.
I think it's
All-Star break, July 14th through this.
All right, because I have a few games. I will throw in to the leader at the All-Star break a Friday night game at Oracle against the Nationals. If you lead, but you got to be in it. So since we're all donating $200, I will be part of August 8th, Friday night, Giants and the Washington Nationals. Whoever leads it gets the tickets.
It's your boy wants to get in at 300. I kind of like that because it's a lot of work, man, and to play for a prize of, if you get Cyrus, I'll pay 400. I Oh, so if you're the leader at the All-Star
halfway.
break in first
Yep.
place in the
Yep.
league, even though you have the potential
And
to
if there's
fall
a
back-
tie, which it could happen, then each guy will get two tickets to the
all
will
right,
get two
so
tickets to the game.
4 tickets for August. Wait a minute.
It's
Are
a
we
Friday
looking-
night, August. Usually it's pretty nice there.
August
8th.
8th. There it is. There it is on the board, guys. August 8th against the Redskins. I mean the Nationals.
Yeah, because we leave 2 weeks later to go see the Giants in San Diego.
Oh, that's right. We're going down to San Diego. We have any room for that trip, Lou?
Yeah, anybody can join us.
Yeah, but what do we?
But I just
mean, do
got
we have
my
any?
car done. I'm going to drive, so this way all I got to do is get accommodations.
Do we
Yeah,
have any room, Lou, for the package trip, which is the 21st, a day game at San Diego? Some may want to go Wednesday night, and then we got Del Mar horse racing on the
Friday
22nd
night.
and 23rd.
Yeah.
I think we've already got 4 filled for the horse racing and the Giants.
The suite, I'm pretty sure holds 8.
8. All right, at Del Mar. All right, so
At the racetrack, correct. And if you've never been to a racetrack, it doesn't get any better than Del Mar. Probably the chat will be boring. All girls in sundresses. It doesn't start till 2. Margaritas. I mean, and winning in the ponies. I mean, it's very tough.
Guys, why is Sacramento A sold out all season? Because it's only like 14,000 seats, and it's Sacramento.
12,934.
Is that what it is with the lawn too? So 13,000.
Yeah.
So
And
basically,
it's new in town. It's new in town.
It's a new thing. It's a Cabbage Patch Kids, right? I mean, it's a Cabbage Patch Kids. I never understood that Cabbage Patch craze. Just, I didn't get any for my kids. I was like, but then again, I'm not one of those guys that goes out and collects things. I do collect some things, but Ryan, that's because you've been going to Golden Gate Fields. You got to go down Southern California.
Yeah. There are more girls than guys down there. That's why they start at 2:00, because everyone goes out the night before. And you go to a Padres game, whew, not bad at all.
Yeah, you're probably, if you want to go to an A's game, you're going to have to pay big money on StubHub. You lived in Santa Barbara for 2 years. There's no track in Santa Barbara, is there?
No. Home of the Gauchos.
Yeah.
A lot of babies down there. Beautiful babies.
Yeah, I've been on that campus. I drove up from San Diego all the way to USSB, the Gaucho country, to see a girl. That was a long.
I went to a couple of
drive.
Halloweens there. A couple of Halloweens at Santa Barbara. And I think it's the other thing called Rodeo Day or whatever there. Something like that. Yeah.
Ryan, you're not a horse racing guy. Come on. All right. So 200. How many guys do we have for the entry of 200? 200 or 250? We could go 250, 12 guys.
That's 275, 275, 3. Do we get a 3?
Hey, 250, $3,000. 2,000.
2,500 to the winner, 500 to second.
No, 2,200 to the winner, 500 for second, 300 for third. Third place makes a little money. 22. Senior. I got guys that want to go 300 senior. It's going to be a good league. It's going to be a roto league, okay? It's going to be a roto league, probably going to be 6x6. We'll have enough guys on the bench. And
come on, guys. Sacramento's winning again tonight. You guys should be in a good mood. Say you want to get in. The Kings, come on.
Kings are winning tonight? Let's see what's going on in the Kings game.
They're up 121-102.
Oh, Nuggets beating the Suns 120 to 116. 3 minutes
Nuggets
to go.
are up 25. Philly Suns trying to come back again. 2 consecutive games.
Booker has 30 points. Kings lead 123 to 103. Oh, it's a home game against the Spurs. The Spurs. Okay. Well, you take it. It's on the schedule. So the Kings go to 33 and 29 after this game. Clippers beating the Knicks. Come on, Knicks. Come on, Knicks.
Knicks lost their player for 2 weeks. Warriors won't have to see the Knicks with their best player again.
Brunson.
Get another break.
Grizzlies beat the Mavs. The Mavs are toast. Oh, T-Wolves 106-104 at Miami. Doggone it. T-Wolves.
Amazing game how it ended. Miami got the last shot of the game. They were down 5. Yeah.
T-Wolves are going to be ahead of us now. They got 36 and 29. Let me look at the standings. T-Wolves just moved into. Oh no, we're tied, but we're 2 percentage points ahead of the T-Wolves. Telling you, the Rockets are going to fall out of the 5th seed. Kings are a shoo-in for you Sacramento people. You are a shoo-in for the playoffs. I mean, for the play-in. The Kings really, ideally, they got to try to get to 7 or 8. I don't think they'll get into the top 6. T-Wolves have the easiest schedule right now, by the way. So, yep, we're provoking everybody. Little shorts and tank tops.
It's very rough. Very rough.
There you go, Cliff. Living in San Diego, can't afford a house, but at least the women are hot. Laughing out loud. Senior, I have to send my daughter to college next year, so I'm out. Oh, you got an older daughter? I didn't realize that. I thought it was Charlie, and I didn't know Charlie was the youngest. Okay. Slept on the couch. Oh man. Come on, we got to get this league going. How many people? Ryan, I wait. All right. Here we go. I'm going to post this in here.
Nice, got that.
Let's go minimum. All right. 150. 200.
Suns come all the way back. 120-120. Let's get an overtime game. So once we're done here, we got something to watch. Anthony, I did. Class 80, 85. Did you go to SI? My brother got out at 87. And I got out of Arizona in 89.
All right, guys. There it is. I want to hear what you guys, if we did a league, tell me who wants in and what number you feel comfortable with. We'll go with the majority. I need 12 people. Well, I need 10. I actually need 9 because I've already got a commitment from Lou and myself and Glenn. So I don't know how to do a poll. Ryan, can you do a poll? Are you out there? Can you do a poll? Ryan, do a poll with 100, 200, 250, and 300. I don't know if Ryan left.
Suns take the lead.
Poll thing is down. Oh, okay. The YouTube poll thing is down. Okay. So let's do it this way, guys. Let me see if I can edit this. Nope, I can't. So the poll thing is down. So 100, 200. I don't think we'll get too many 300s. 250. All right. Tell me what you guys, how many? There it is. What happened to the comment? Where'd it go? What happened to my comment? Jeez, just went away. 100, 200, 250, 300. Okay. What's happening with my comments? Oh, there it is. Okay. Put it in there twice. There we go, guys. Let me know. I got Scott Green. It says 100. Scott Green, 1. Let me take a little mental note of this. Let me do a little secretarial work here.
Come on, give me overtime. 122, 122.
Really?
Denver,
How much
Phoenix.
time's left?
14.6 seconds left.
Oh, can we just put it on camera? Are you watching it?
I'm actually watching it on ESPN. I don't have it. My TV isn't, well.
Oh, it's
in the
on
background. You wouldn't
ESPN?
be able to see it.
Let me see if
That
I
is,
can get it.
yeah.
See if I can get it. 10.9 seconds left.
Oh, yeah, 10.9 now from 14.
Who's got the ball? I can't.
Denver.
I can't get it unless I go.
They're going to go one last shot.
Who's got the ball?
Denver.
And where's the game at? In Denver?
Yep. It's over now.
Denver scored?
A 3-pointer with 1.1 second left. Timeout, Suns.
Who hit the 3-pointer? Murray?
No, Christine Braun, 27-footer.
Christian, not Christine. There's no Chris. That's the WNBA, Lou.
Yeah,
that's
you're right.
the WNBA, Lou.
I don't have my glasses on.
Lou, do you know Christian Doubleman, or your brother might also?
Never heard of that name.
Okay. I've got one 100 in the poll. How am I going to get guys to round up? Come on, guys. Come on.
Damn.
All right. We'll wait for the final 1.1 second. Wow. That's a snake bit. The Suns. Tough. Who's shooting the 3? KD? Or are they going to give it to Booker?
Maybe both those guys will be double teamed, and one of the other guys will be wide open.
Yeah. Who would be available? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd leave
Beal.
Yeah. I don't know if
Allen.
I'd leave anybody wide open. I'm not leaving Allen open or Beal.
Anthony Paul Tonelli. Of course, I know Paul from the Lamont and Tonelli show.
1.4. They put a little time back on the clock, Lou.
Yep.
And they're inbounding it on the half court side, basket side. Lou, tell us, give us a play-by-play. Are they lined up out there?
They haven't thrown the ball in yet.
I can't get.
Oh my God. You better watch it.
I can't. I'd have to go in the other room. What happened? He made it?
Durant from 25, nothing but net. We go to overtime.
Durant, he is so clutch, man. Nothing but net. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I bet that Denver total over 131. So that's why I was hoping for overtime.
Oh, there you go. You need Denver to win and have them score over 131?
Well, I just need them just to score over 131, the team total.
You don't care who
I played one bet today.
Wins.
I played the Kings at home.
How did you bet 131? That doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, I tried to get the total. It was 123 and the game started. You know, sometimes when the game starts, it goes up. So that's good.
And now you're going to win. Probably they should be able to get 6 points.
Yeah.
131 is all they got to score.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who wins.
Nope. Well, they just need to score. They could lose. I don't care.
Oh,
team total.
There you go. Lose.
Yeah, you guys got to remember too, if you've never done a fantasy, it's a whole season. We'll always help you out. There's a lot of trades. You know, it's a fun thing. Even like, you know, we probably maybe on one of the nights that we're off, we'll just talk to people and the chat can help you out of who you pick up, because a lot of times the team you select, you maybe keep 20%. Some guy gets injured. You know, you hear about some rookie you've never heard about who's available and you try to get him through the waiver wire. I mean, it's a fun thing.
Especially a
I
guy
mean, it
like
literally
me,
probably costs you if you do 200, about 75 cents a day. That's it.
Exactly.
So, yeah. You know. No, I don't think Mike Breen would say, yeah, he would say, sorry, I thought it said banana. I didn't see the end. It said G. Bam!
Bang!
Yeah.
Bang! Yeah.
He's good.
I think I'll go watch it.
Good,
I think I'll
Eddie.
go watch it. All
right, we'll wait it now.
Here.
Hour and 30. Sorry I was late, guys. Sorry, chat.
No worries, guys. We're gonna get out of here.
I gotta come on. I never know. On Saturday night, who knows? I might be out unless it pours tomorrow here.
Tomorrow night. What time is the Warriors game tomorrow night?
Hey guys, why we have 2 seconds? Remember Sunday. I don't know where you are, but most people we spring forward Sunday morning. So tomorrow night, move your clocks up an hour so you catch up. Yeah, I know you lose sleep. I know guys like Robert, you know, might lose their sleep. But and the other thing too, guys, exciting
not
news.
a problem here in
2
Arizona.
weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks from Sunday, the field is set for March Madness. Who knows? Maybe we should do something on March Madness too.
We should.
You know, maybe just pick your final four and your winner, and you know, maybe we'll put something together. Maybe
Westbrook
the next autograph.
Left KD to go to Booker. There we go. All right, guys. Tomorrow night, 8:00, roughly. About an 8:00. We should be starting right about 8. Warriors, Detroit Pistons. Very tough game for the Warriors. They're coming off of an East Coast swing. Played 3 games in 4 nights, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And then the Detroit Pistons have been sitting around for the last 2 days in California. Played Wednesday night against the Clips. Thursday, Friday off. Probably spent the day in the city today, San Francisco. Probably, you know, had some fun, did some different tours. And the Pistons are loose.
They could be at Tommy's tonight. Who knows? Having some margaritas.
Playing well. They're rested. Warriors probably got home about midnight last night or later, 1 in the morning, maybe 2 in the morning. I don't know. And probably spent the day today just resting up, getting their bodies back, and went into the office, to the gym or the office for some work, muscle, get a massage, get stretched, all those things that players have to do, throw up a few shots and get out of there, and then come back tomorrow night. So I don't know how to predict this one, Lou. Warriors, only thing
The
reason
team
I might
total
take
is
the
over.
What's that? Over?
They're over the team total.
There you go. The only reason I'm probably taking they're going to win this game too. Only reason I'm probably taking the Warriors tomorrow is it's a must win. And I think it's a game that is within 5 points. It's going to be one of those. What do they call those games? Clutch games? What do they call them, Lou?
Yeah. They're 19 and 18 in the clutch games.
It's going to be a clutch game tomorrow night. I can almost assure you that. Be shocked if the Warriors blew them out. The only thing that wouldn't shock me is that the Pistons ran them off the floor. Yeah.
They got a very exciting player, Mr. Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham. Hey, guys, thanks for watching. We do appreciate it, and we will be back tomorrow night. You guys have a great rest of your Friday night, and enjoy.
Stay safe.
She's in SFO right now, taking off in 1 hour.
You can't wait.
I'm bummed, man. Kind of bummed. But anyway, see you guys. Head on over to MHC Military History Chronicles.